Media outlets like CNN and MSNBC are fake news. Fake news.
If the thought of Donald Trump returning to the White House isn't terrifying enough, this week Trump poured out more nightmare fuel when asked about his potential picks for vice president.
Would you consider Tucker, though, that they based on the
I
numbers?
like Tucker a lot. I guess I would. I think I'd say I would because he's got great common sense.
That would be former Fox host Tucker Carlson, whose common sense from his days bloviating over at Fox sounded like this.
Joy Reid, the now totally dogmatic, race-baiting MSNBC weekend host. MSNBC Joy Reid's show has only one topic, how everyone who disagrees with her is a racist. But when you're Joy Reid, the answer to every question, no matter what it is, bigotry! She's not a civil rights advocate. She's just a monomaniac. Take a look.
I know a whole lot of people in Black Lives Matter, a whole lot of people who started it and who were leaders in it.
Well, that's the whole show, really. Every week, so there's no need for you to watch, though you might be tempted.
A Trump-Carlson ticket might also be a little, awkward. Since we've learned this year, in the final weeks of Trump's presidency in 2021, Tucker was texting about how he hated him passionately.
Please ask Tucker Carlson to be your running mate, please. You want to know why I'm saying that? 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 You want to know why I'm saying that?
You sucking dick just to suck dick.
You want to know why I'm saying that?
You doing hoe activities with hoe tendencies. Hoes are your friends, hoes are your enemies. Ho tell everybody, even the mayor. Reach up in the sky for the ozone layer. Oh, come on, player, want the hoe always. And hoes never close, they open like hallways. Use a hoe. Use a hoe. I said that you's a hoe. Just face it. Use a hoe. Use a hoe. Use a hoe. I said that you's a hoe.
And you're known for your boobs and not your brain.
Get off the stage, you fat fuck! Get off!
So much fun! I forgot how much fun it is to go out and talk to strangers.
Yeah, I'm fucking better than you, okay? Much better than you. You are garbage.
You're a bad girl.
I'm a bad girl.
I don't know, officer. What was I doing?
Use a hoe. I said that you's a hoe. Just face it. Use a hoe. Use a hoe. Use a hoe. I said that you's a hoe. Can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Hoes don't act right. It's hoes on a mission and it's hoes on a crack pipe.
Yeah, I'm fucking better than you, okay? Much better than you. You are garbage.
You want to know why I'm saying that? Because Tucker Carlson despises him. And I'm so curious to see what would happen. If Tucker says no, he's gonna have to deal with Trump's wrath, okay? If Tucker says yes, he's gonna have to deal with Trump's wrath.
No, yeah. He would definitely say yes. And then Trump, you should watch your back. Okay.
I mean, no, Tucker, you should watch your back. What are you talking about?
That would be a wonderful mess.
Tucker was texting about how he hated him passionately.
Because Tucker Carlson despises him.
I certainly support Trump, I'll tell you that. And I can tell you, I've always agreed with Trump's policies, always. And I lost friends over it. But I became an active Trump supporter when they raided Mar-a-Lago last summer, the summer of 2022. That can't stand.
No, that can't.
And
that was something.
Agree with Trump on a lot. But even if I disagreed with Trump on a lot, I'd still be a Trump supporter because you cannot allow that. You cannot allow President of the United States to use the Justice Department to knock the front runner out of the race. You can't do that.
No, you can't do that.
So I'm voting for Trump, and if they convict him, I will send him the max donations, and I will lead protests. That's how I feel.
That's how I feel.
Because, and by the way, if I thought that he had committed some real crime, I wouldn't feel that way, but he didn't.
A new book by journalist Brian Stelter. A new book by journalist Brian Stelter digs into the circumstances of Carlson's firing. Was his firing mainly because of his grossness toward other people?
Well, Joy, I'm a longtime viewer, first-time guest. It's great to be on with you. I think there's a list of 10 or even 20 reasons why Carlson was eventually canned.
So I actually felt like I got out pretty well. I mean, I didn't do anything bad other than have, naughty opinions, but I didn't commit any crimes. I didn't harass anybody. Well, I mean, I should just say at what I've said before, which is I sincerely don't know why they canceled the show, and I would absolutely say so if I did know, because I want to be as honest as I can be, but I don't.
Because I think it is a mystery, and Carlson's been out there promoting conspiracy theories about why he was fired.
That I'm not a conspiracist by temperament. I never thought that.
The question now is, what exactly did cause Fox to pull the plug and cancel the highest rated show on the schedule? And I have some theories, and I'm sure other people do too, but I think time will tell what the answer to that is. And Carlson's been out there promoting conspiracy theories about why he was fired. This was a bad breakup. This was like, a relationship that goes sour when one side has 20 reasons to dump the other side. The other side doesn't see it coming, but this was building for a long time.
Brian Stelter was fired from CNN. Yesterday was the last reliable sources ever.
I know this is going to sound like BS, but I actually thought I didn't have enough hair to be on TV.
There are some ethical questions that are being thrown around about CNN lately. There's a 2016 audio of your president, Jeff Zucker, offering debate advice to President Trump that was released. So with the criticism of CNN, do you believe that this is acceptable? And don't you think there's enough fair criticism to go all the way around right now in just how news networks are run?
I'm not a spokesperson for CNN. It's not for me to comment on these tapes. Here's what I do think is sad, though. I think it's sad that private conversations get leaked out, get distorted, and then, they become polarized and weaponized. I've never seen anything like this happen to any major media company, where so many files were exposed into public view. But here's the thing. Just because these emails and text messages came out through a court filings doesn't mean they're actually really that public. I think it's sad that private conversations get leaked out, get distorted. There's a lot of emails and messages in my book that are not Googleable. Like if you put them in Google, you're not going to find them because they're nowhere on the internet because they're stuffed away in government databases. They're hard to find, even though they are technically public. I think it's sad that private conversations get leaked out, get distorted, and then, they become polarized and weaponized. That's the environment we're in, and that's sad, One of the silver linings here is that at least these emails and texts have become public. At least there is a public record, so we know what these hosts and producers were really saying and thinking. I think it's sad that private conversations get leaked out, get distorted, and then, they become polarized and weaponized. At least these emails and texts have become public. At least there is a public record, so we know what these hosts and producers were really saying and thinking. If our text messages or if my phone calls with friends were suddenly taken out of context and distorted, I feel like that's just, let me put it this way. I think the Trump age has ruined a lot of friendships. At least these emails and texts have become public. Don't believe it.
Talk about a little bit, Fox, is sort of the inside that you get into about how they think, why they wanted to put on the January 6th stuff and the sort of outrageous lies that they wound up getting sued for.
I think it was a self-preservation instinct, right? Wanting to believe the lies, wanting to give hope, in this case, false hope, to millions of viewers. We must make sure we don't give platforms to those who are lying to our faces. Looking ahead to 2020, one reason why I'm taking you seriously as a contender is because of your presence on cable news. CNN reported on Friday that U.S. authorities are seeing if those emails we just talked about are connected to an ongoing Russian disinformation effort.
CNN has become, or had become, under Jeff Zucker, who's CNN's former president, right? A completely partisan, politically hyperbolic network that became almost all opinion and did so under the guise of what people like Stelter deemed as journalism. And believe me, he was a chief offender of this new brand of what they call journalism.
You have examples of these producers and these hosts obsessed over the minute-by-minute ratings. What they notice is when we talk about voting irregularities, voter fraud, the ratings tick up. Now, look, I was at CNN nearly a decade. I didn't study the minute-by-minute ratings to figure out which of my guests were the best and which of the guests were the worst. That is next-level engineering to keep the audience addicted. And ultimately, that is what drove so many of these falsehoods. It's not the crime, it's the cover-up. That does not apply to Russiagate. There were crimes, and it looks like there were cover-ups. How do we keep up with all the lies? How do we know which ones to follow and how to prioritize them?
We have to remember there is an unprecedented investigation going on by a special prosecutor who is looking into the question of whether the President of the United States has knowingly or unknowingly colluded with or been aided by a hostile foreign power during an election.
You talk about the sort of black widow at the heart of our democracy. Lachlan Murdoch versus Rupert Murdoch. Is there any difference? Is there any directional change, or does this just get worse?
He detests Donald Trump. As a Murdoch family friend said to me, he can't believe we're going to end up with Trump as the nominee again. But then again, he doesn't seem to be doing much to try to stop it either. I'm told he personally is not a fan of Trump. He basically holds his nose like a lot of Republican Party establishment types. But again, he's not doing anything to stop the so-called Trump train. But this shouldn't be about feelings. This should be about facts. Trump complains about Fox all the time. He says Fox is out to get him, but that couldn't be further from the truth.
There is absolutely zero evidence that Black Lives Matter has ever pushed for anything violent to happen to police. There is absolutely zero evidence that Black Lives Matter has ever pushed for anything violent to happen to police.
Oh my goodness.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
Oh, wow.
Just stop killing black people. They have never advocated violence against police.
Holy Christmas. Oh boy. We've got two CHP cruisers.
They have never advocated violence against police.
In New York, this police car in flames. Authorities clashing with protesters, making 150 arrests, as charging one woman with attempted murder for throwing a Molotov cocktail at 4 officers.
They have never advocated violence against police. So this lie about Black Lives Matter has to end. It has to stop. And Donald Trump pushing it tonight from that.
They think they're respecting the audience by giving the audience what they want. But that's actually disrespectful. And you know what? It's hurt the GOP.
You were talentless, you hack, you potato head.
What CNN has become is exactly what Brian Stelter offered, which is somebody you cannot trust and quite frankly, opinion under the guise of journalism. That's why Brian Stelter got fired.
Donald Trump is now trying to recycle the super predator lie and use it against Joe Biden. Joe Biden never said super predator.
They must be taken off the street, or a portion of them will become the predators 15 years from now. And Madam President, we have predators on our streets.
I like kids better than people. I learned about kids jumping on my lap, and I've loved kids jumping on my lap.